Today's world stands on a knife edge. A devastating war in Europe continues. Peace talks hang by a thread, and global powers are facing an uncertain future. This is your deep dive into the latest developments in the Russia-Ukraine conflict and escalation with massive geopolitical consequences. In the early hours of February 12, 2026, Ukraine once again came under intense Russian missile bombardment. Residential districts in Kyiv were struck, buildings hit on both sides of the Dnipro River, while energy infrastructure was badly damaged. Meanwhile, reports from Dnipropetrovsk region confirmed for civilian deaths in a separate strike. These attacks underscore the brutal cost of a war entering its fourth year. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy responded with a stark message: elections nationwide will only be possible after a ceasefire and solid security guarantees, pushing back on mounting pressure from foreign partners to hold polls during active conflict. Diplomacy continues, but progress is painfully slow. Leaders from the US, Ukraine, and Russia are preparing another round of talks next week, focusing on territorial issues that have derailed peace efforts for years. Diplomatic sources suggest the fate of Donbass and other occupied areas remains a central battleground in negotiations. Financial Times: the situation has split allies, even with the NATO. Dutch Prime Minister Mark Rutte accused President Vladimir Putin of trying to break the spirit of the Ukrainian people, declaring that Ukrainians will not be defeated. Yet, Rutte also stressed that NATO alone cannot secure peace. Stronger support for Kyiv is essential on the home front. Harsh winter conditions intensify suffering. Earlier Russian strikes targeted energy plants, leaving tens of thousands without heating during sub-zero temperatures, a tactic Kyiv and its allies condemn as a form of humanitarian warfare. Beyond the battlefield, the war's ripple effects are reshaping global geopolitics. NATO just launched a new Arctic Sentry mission, a bold response to heightened Russian and Chinese military activity in the far north. The Guardian: and back in Europe, Brussels is discussing expanded sanctions on Moscow as part of a broader pressure campaign aiming to cut Russia's war economy and force genuine peace talks. Ukraine stands resilient. Diplomacy endures. But as the world watches, the path to peace remains fraught with peril, complexity, and high stakes for billions. What happens next will define global security for years to come. Subscribe for deep analysis on global power shifts, conflicts, and the stories the headlines only begin to tell.